Ticket
So
prices
you'll,
going to go up.
huh?
I said ticket prices is going to go up.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it went from just only seeing Luka to now seeing another star player. It's like, oh, finally, we have more than one star player in Dallas. Because it used to be Dirk by himself.
Yeah.
And then it was Luka by himself.
Porzingis, kind of.
He didn't play. He was out the whole time. When he would come back, he would go in the post and not do anything.
Yeah.
And then Rick Carlisle was just like, nah, you can go stand in the corner by yourself. I'm not using you. And then they trade him away for some bad contracts and Dinwiddie. But things happen.
Yeah.
They happen for a reason. Just like how DC got James Gunn. Hey, how'd you like that transition?
That was a good one.
Hey, I know, I'm good. God level over here.
Okay.
You want to talk about it? Because I don't know anything. This is more of your space, is keeping track of superhero films.
Is it my space?
Yeah.
It's not my space.
Is it not?
Maybe my space.
I mean, did you see the announcement?
I've heard like the recaps of it. He was just
okay. I know nothing, so that's why I'm at. This is where you take over.
Oh, it's terrible. It's gonna be terrible. Okay. Are you talking about the announcement of like the phases for DC?
I guess I don't know. I just saw that he made an announcement regarding the roadmap.
Okay,
of the DC universe, and I don't know anything past that.
Yeah, I think it was just the first phase he said he's going to do.
What do you mean he's going to do?
Like, or they're planning on doing for DC. So yeah, there's a couple of movies, a couple of animations. I guess one of the biggest things to get out of that was that for the animations, he wants the same actors for both. So he wants the animation actors to transcend into live action too. Which kind of did with the What If for Marvel. A lot of the live action characters voiced the animated characters. Okay,
as long as they do some voice acting training, because that's a different skill set.
Yeah, I guess. But
it's a very different skill set.
Yeah. So yeah, that, and there's going to be a Superman movie. There's also going to be a Batman movie. He's also separating the, I think it's called, I forgot what it's called, something verse, like another verse or other verse. So like the Matt Reeves Batman.
I think they're calling it the Bad Verse or something like that.
It's not the Bad Verse. It's called the other, not the other verse, but it's something else. But yeah.
What are they going to do with the Joker?
Yeah, so that's all going to be in the other verse, like those movies.
Are they call them like Elseworld or something?
Elseverse. That's what it's called.
Elseverse?
Yeah.
That's a horrible name.
Or the Elseverse. Yeah, something like that. Elseworld. Yeah, Elseworld.
Yeah, that's usually what I think within the DC comics, I think that was like their line where they would do weird things, is they would call the Elseworld. Yeah, so those type of movies are still going to live on in the Elseworld. But there's going to be a cinematic universe. They're going to keep the Flash. Because apparently it's like the best movie he's ever seen.
And
it's like, God damn it.
Yeah, and they're kind of making not excuses, but they're kind of saying like, what's the actor's name?
Ezra Miller.
Yeah, they're saying Ezra Miller is going through the treatments and he's getting better every day. So they're trying. So they're going to try to keep. They're going to keep the Flash. I'm excited for it. I want to see what that's like.
I just hope after the film they let them go.
So apparently the Flash is going to reset the verse.
Okay, so they're doing the whole Flashpoint thing, whatever.
Yeah, it's going to reset it, and then it's going to be a Bat family. It's going to be a Damon Wayans Robin. Damien Wayans Batman.
They're actually going to do a Robin?
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
Yep. It's going to do a Robin.
That's been something that they've always been afraid to do, is actually do a Robin.
Yeah.
Because honestly, in theory, it's kind of a messed up thing. Yeah. Just like, oh, I'm fighting crime. And then I have this child doing it with me too.
Yeah.
I have this teenager.
Yeah. So far it looks like really it's not that big of a change, or like
I see it now. It's called DC Elseworlds.
Yeah, Elseworlds, yeah. The roadmap's not really big of a change. If you like DC, you could be excited that there's actually a plan moving forward. But it's funny because the old regime for DC kind of had a similar plan. They wanted to reset the universe with Flash, and it's kind of what James Gunn's is doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's cool that it's a roadmap for sure, and I'm excited to see the Superman. I'm excited to see Flash.
You're excited for Superman?
Yeah, I like Superman. I like him.
You like white bread?
I mean, I don't know what's wrong with white bread.
You like Wonder Bread?
Yeah, Wonder Bread is good. You don't like Wonder Bread?
Wonder Bread is good.
Yeah, I like Superman. Like, he's cool.
He's better than some Peter Pan fucking peanut butter. It hits.
Peter Pan peanut butter. Didn't that get like
all the good stuff gets recalled?
Yeah, recalled or something.
Probably.
But yeah. So that's the roadmap. There is a I don't know if it's an animated or a movie about a team of heroes. It was a breakdown of like their powers and stuff, which sounded pretty cool to me. I forgot where they were, what they're called.
I don't know.
But yeah, if you want to do research, just look into that. I'm sure you'll find something you're interested in if you like DC or superhero movies. There are a couple things I'm excited for, but overall,
if we need anything else, it's more superhero movies apparently.
Yeah, I mean they're here. That genre is here to stay.
I just wonder how long that genre is going to go for.
I feel like it's just another genre, like comedy or like.
Well, what I'm saying
rom-coms.
is like the amount of it.
Like how?
Because like say like
how
westerns, it used to be for a few decades, so many westerns came out, and then they slowly kind of just became where very few. Like they're still getting made, but just the amount of them is much fewer.
Do you see any other type of movies that are going to take its place?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, another type of movie doesn't necessarily have to take its place.
Well, there needs to. I guess if you want to see a decline, there needs to be a rise of some other.
I think you'll just see more of everything else.
Yeah,
or you might just see less films overall.
Yeah, I think less.
That's probably
overall.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, because
at some point, there's only like 5 major film studios now.
Yeah,
at some point, there's going to be some level of them coming together.
Yeah.
Because there's already been rumors about Warner Brothers, like Universal buying Warner Brothers, and there's always talk of Paramount being bought.
Yeah. I feel bad for the film industry. I think as consumers, we are being way too critical on films.
What do you mean?
So on Netflix, there's the movie called You People. I'm sure you heard about it.
Because people don't stop talking about it. I don't plan to watch it, but I also never watch anything.
Yeah. So I watched it.
Or nothing live action, at least.
Yeah. So I watched it, and
of course you did.
Yeah. I mean, I watched it. It's funny. I like it. Enjoyable. But you also can't take movies like that too serious. Like
what? You don't take your comedy serious?
Like you remember those movies like Meet the Fockers or?
Not really.
Meet the Fockers? Okay, like those like goofy comedy movies where they meet the other family and it's like some crazy
like
stuff
any
happens.
Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, like that. Or yeah,
it's kind of like a similar tone.
Yeah, and those movies are you're just there for entertainment, just to watch.
Yeah,
like,
you're not
White Chicks.
Like White Chicks. I've never watched it. I've only seen.
Ever seen White Chicks?
I've only seen parts of it.
Wow. Yeah, I saw White Chicks last night actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like White Chicks. It's a funny ass movie, but if you look at that movie and try to critique everything in that movie, you're gonna find so many flaws. Like so many flaws. Like there's a lot of plot holes. There's a lot of bullshit that's happening.
Like if you watch any of like a scary movie franchise.
Yeah.
It's like what you're there for. You're ready there for some parody, some satire.
Exactly. And I think that mindset is gone now. I feel like everybody has to critique
those
something.
Movies have always been critiqued poorly. Even though the people like audience that love them. But like if you ever look at like the Rotten Tomatoes, because somehow it became a trend that you have to rate everything.
Well, I'm not talking about like actual movie critiques like Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, I'm also talking about like the audio, like audience scores too.
Oh.
Like they'll be like for a good comedy always has like 60 or 70%.
Yeah.
And then every other comedy usually is like 30%. Yeah. But that's because comedy a lot of times is not universal, if that makes sense.
Yeah. But I think that type of genre is dead. Is dying.
I don't know if it's dying.
I think it's dying only because
I just don't
like
I think with that genre, I think there just hasn't been like the big one, like a big one like that, if that makes sense.
Like you remember you had the conversation, when's the last big comedy movie?
Oh yeah.
We were talking about Hangover.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it is, there just hasn't been one that just caught within multiple different communities, if that makes sense.
I guess I don't know if we're as consumers going to allow it to even catch.
Well, also I feel like they don't go for it the same way they used to most of the time.
I think it's because of the consumers, like how we're.
Well, also I think it's just studios don't want to take that many chances with comedy.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, we don't want to offend people and have like people boycotting us.
Exactly. Yeah. Because the way consumers are nowadays, I feel like that type of comedy, the goofy, non-serious. They will joke, like have kind of racist jokes a little bit in there.
I'm just waiting for Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. Like I guarantee you Cocaine Bear will have people are going to say is trash.
Oh, it's not supposed to be a good movie.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. Like, my point. I think we're losing that as consumers. Like, I
think it's always been that way, but I think you just see more of like the talk of it because everyone has to critique everything they watch now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think that.
But I think that's existed, but you just didn't have a forum for it, which is now social media.
I guess I don't think it existed as much as it does now. Nowadays, even people that are not even critiquing it still have that mindset because they are watching people critique it. So they're like, oh, I gotta.
Yeah, because they watch people that critique things all the time. So they want to do the same thing.
Exactly. And for a lot of movies, you don't need to critique it or that dip hard into it or just there for entertainment. And I think we're losing that in the film for real. And a lot of the movies are decent or good movies, but people go in there and they critique every single part of the movie and they're gonna say it's bad, like Black Panther.
Well, here's also the thing: is a lot of people do these breakdowns, but they don't even understand writing.
Yeah, they don't, or what the concept of the movie is supposed to be about. Like they just go in it and just try to see the flaws and everything.
Oh yeah, they look for every kind of little thing. Because here's the thing: is every film you can find one.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter whatever film you want to talk about that's untouchable. You can find a scene that doesn't work as optimally as it could.
Yeah,
because when you're making a film, you don't have fucking 15 years to plot out and basically all the minutia of a scene to make it perfect. You don't have that amount of time, especially when you're filming it. You can do that on the writing side, but when you're filming it, you don't have that long. Because a lot of times you have 30 days to shoot the entire film.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not just film. I think film is getting it the hardest. But I see this in almost every industry, like music, film.
Well, here's the thing is people also do it because they think that might turn into a career for them is talking about things. I mean, what are we doing right now?
Yeah. But
we're hypocrites.
But not really, because we're not really like critiquing hard.
Well,
we're just having a conversation. We don't put too much stock in every single detail of the art. I mean, if you like that, I'm not mad at it. And I enjoy watching.
Well, I love critiquing things I haven't watched. So
yeah, that's your problem. That's your issue.
The things I watch, I barely critique. Yeah. The things I don't watch, I'll critique it.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen it.
I'm just here for the gag at this point.
Yeah, that's your issue. You be critiquing things you haven't even heard. Like,
why wouldn't I?
It's pretty funny.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Isn't it funner talking about things you don't know versus that you do know?
It's also frustrating to me because I know I'm right. You're gaslighting me.
I mean, my existence is gaslighting.
If you're gaslighting me, I'm like, I'll say it and then you have an argument and I'm double thinking and then I'm like, have you seen it though?
No.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
Maybe you should ask first if I've seen it and then decide how invested you want to get in the argument instead of getting invested. I'm gaslighting you right now.
Yep.
My existence is gaslighting.
Yep.
I would probably like just disintegrate if I couldn't gaslight or be rude or be an asshole at any point. I have to do it or I won't live.
That's your whole purpose of living.
Exactly.
That's your life.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. But no, comedy wise, the only thing is I think I've seen this year that are coming out that I'm somewhat interested in. Of course, I haven't really looked that hard. Is of course Cocaine Bear because I know what I'm getting with that movie, and I like that type of bullshit.
Yeah.
And then that Machine movie.
Machine movie.
Bert Kreischer is a stand-up.
Oh, okay.
They were making like a movie based on his most known bit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You ever heard the Machine story?
I have never heard the Machine story.
It's a little too long for me to do it on the podcast.
It's okay. I'll research it myself.
I'll show you after this.
Okay.
It's just too long to play on the podcast or whatever. It's like 15 minutes long. But basically, it's a story of him being in college, being a fuck up because that's what he was. That's what he was kind of known for a while. And they took a class trip to Russia, and he ended up accidentally joining the Russian mob.
Oh, okay.
And that's what the story is about.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be a cool movie.
So basically, the story is how old he is now. He ends up back in Russia. During the story, he ends up robbing a train with the mob. Mm-hmm. And so I guess the story is based on one of the things he stole was like an item to this other Russian dude. And because that thing got stolen from that dude, his life fell apart. And then he became like the most known Russian mobster or whatever.
Yeah.
And then now it's like, I guess the family fucking with him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting little movie.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Past that, is there any movies that you're looking for this year, or just anything media wise?
Movie wise, I'm always interested in the Marvel movies that are coming out. Yeah.
I just rolled my eyes.
Yeah. I'm interested in that story. Ant-Man.
I don't think I'm gonna. No, I don't think I'm gonna go back into that world.
Yeah, that's cool. Ant-Man. I'm only excited because I love Jonathan Majors. I think he's a great actor.
You talk about him a lot.
Yeah, I think he's a great actor.
You're not there for Paul Rudd?
I think we talked about this before.
I know.
Paul Rudd,
you're just dissing on your fucking hometown.
Yeah, Paul Rudd is just low key. I don't know.
He made it out of Kansas City. He's the only one. He's over here shitting on him.
I don't even know he's actually from Kansas City.
Oh God, here we go.
But anyways,
are you actually from Kansas City too?
Yeah.
I mean, you went to high school in New Orleans, and then you lived in Denton for whatever long.
You telling my whole.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'll give out your government. Once I know you're still security, I'll snitch on you too.
I went to junior and senior year in New Orleans. That's it.
Okay, and
my whole life existence was in Kansas City.
Oh, that's why you don't have the accent.
Yeah, I only spent 2 years there.
What if you just start talking with that accent all the time?
I can definitely do it. But no, I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
All right. Well, movie wise, Ant-Man. There's some other movies. Let me see the movies that are coming out this year.
Yeah, I don't even know what's coming out this year movie wise.
Media wise, I do want to see how like these streaming services are going to move this year. If there's going to be any change. I do know HBO Max launched their ad tier. I don't know.
They did it last year.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was using, but I don't even have an HBO membership right now.
Yeah. And I was surprised because I don't have the ad tier, but my friend does. And we played a movie and it's ads. I'm like, what is going on? I didn't know they had ads.
Dude, they launched that like early last year.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah. Or it might have been middle, like summer.
But yeah, I'm interested in seeing like what's going to happen this year with that landscape. Last year, I feel like a lot of things was introduced. A lot of changes were introduced or thinking about being introduced. I wonder if they're going to implement some of those changes this year, like Netflix with their that password sharing.
And then took it back.
Yeah.
Or at least in the US. They got shook. They were shooketh. Everyone was like, no, fuck you. And they're like, okay, fuck us then. Okay.
Oh, I do want to see that Transformers movie.
What?
Have you seen that trailer?
No.
Oh man. Little Mermaid. Interested in. I like Disney movies.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about them doing their live actions.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I'm not a sellout like you when it comes to my animated films being turned into live action.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I just enjoy movies overall.
People like you are the reason why they're making a live action My Hero Academia.
I'm sure that'll be dope.
No, it won't.
It has the potential.
No, it don't.
Why?
Because it's Netflix. Netflix is fucked up.
Oh, Netflix is doing it?
Yes. They fucked up all of their live action adaptations.
Oh, the Super Mario Bros. I want to see that.
I kind of do too.
I want to see that. I definitely want to see that.
I do want to see it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. That movie.
Have you seen some of the memes they made out of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
There was one where he's like the whole thing where he punches him or you got to die or whatever.
Yeah.
He punches and then it cuts to Vegeta being punched into the background.
No.
And then flying back, getting punched back into the background. It's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that Mario's Brother might be my sleeper of one of the best of the year. Or
I don't think it's a sleeper. It's gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna make a lot of money.
It's making at least 800 mil, in my opinion.
Yeah. Beau Was Afraid. I think we talked about that before.
What?
With Beau Was Afraid with Joaquin Phoenix. I think it's an A24 production.
Which movie?
Beau Was Afraid.
Beau Is Afraid?
Yeah.
So Beau don't know?
Beau don't know.
You know, because Beau knows.
I don't know Beau knows.
Oh, that's a Bo Jackson.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm not that cultured. But yeah, it's too early for me to really.
You excited for Creed 3?
Be excited? And hell no. I haven't seen any of the Creeds, so.
You didn't want to watch it for Jonathan Majors?
I don't. I did. I did. And then I saw a trailer, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm.
I saw where Michael B. Jordan's like, I'm going for like anime fight style. I'm like,
yeah, I saw that too.
It's like, okay, what's that? Such a general statement.
What does that mean?
Because there's boxing? Like there are boxing anime, but they're.
Yeah, like what does that mean? Anime style. What does
it's like there's different styles.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess he's trying to catch people's attention.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be good.
I'm sure it'll be decent. I'm sure it'll be a cool movie.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched the first one.
I haven't watched any.
Even though I'm a big supporter of Ryan Coogler, I just haven't watched it.
Yeah, I like Ryan Coogler too. I think he makes good movies.
I just also never finished all the Rocky movies.
I've never seen a Rocky movie either.
I've only gotten through 4 of them.
Yeah.
I was so exhausted after 3 because that was so bad.
For real?
I hate Rocky 3. I had to look at the camera.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm zooming in.
Bro, this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Wow.
I still laugh at fucking Rocky crying in that movie when Mick dies. It's so funny.
I'm gonna act like I know what you're talking about.
I'll pull it up. I will pull it up. It is literally.
They're making a new John Wick 4.
I'm there for it.
They said Keanu Reeves said it's the most action.
So instead of having any scenes where they're talking, it's just gonna be all action.
I guess
it's like the only way you could probably do it.
Yeah, I guess. I haven't seen any John Wicks either.
You haven't seen any of them?
Nope.
That's crazy. Here, hold on.
Wait, I think I know what you're talking about. What the?
Oh, it's not even a good part yet. It's not even to the good part. The thing is, when he plays with people and laugh, they're like, "Why are you laughing?" Or they really enjoy that. Come on, come on, whale.
What is he saying?
That's what I was talking about.
Oh my gosh! Oh, he was trying to give the performance of his life.
Yeah, it basically just turns into it's like, okay, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
That one didn't keep it going. It keeps going for a while. Where just like,
really? Okay, yeah, I would turn that off quick.
But
got bad.
It's Mr. T's like the other dude he fights in the movie.
Yeah,
his acting then is so bad. Because Rocky, whatever, Stallone is not that great of an actor already.
Yeah.
So you have 2 dudes that aren't actors.
Yeah.
Acting.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah.
And then Rocky 4, it's like, all right, I've already had too much of this.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched Rocky 5.
There's a Rocky 5?
Yeah, there's a 6th one called Rocky Balboa. And then you have the Creed franchise.
It's a lot of Rockies. A lot of rock. Pause.
Too much rocks.
Pause.
Got to get your rocks off, I guess.
They announced the new Fast and Furious 10.
Dude, apparently the budget on that's insane because the director just like quit halfway through because he got tired of Vin Diesel.
Really?
Yeah. And that dude apparently had directed a few of them. But I guess apparently Vin Diesel just showing up late to everything, even though he's the person whose movie like he's in charge of the movie.
Yeah.
And he basically
just didn't care. Yeah, it's about the time to wrap it up.
Yeah, they should have wrapped it up whenever fucking Tyrese and Ludacris went to space.
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, it's so weird how that franchise went from street racing to doing a heist.
I said that on the fifth
didn't they
one.
like do something like I guess they basically destroyed a submarine with cars?
They did. They were doing all types of shit. I said that on I haven't watched from 5 on. I haven't watched any, and I said on the 5th one, I was like, yeah, they're just turned into superheroes. There's not even Fast and Furious franchise no more.
Yeah, they turned into superheroes without superpowers.
Yeah, like they're just doing crazy stuff.
Just getting thrown through a wall and they're just fine.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And they just kept going further and further with it. Because at first it was like people could handle it. Like they were just putting cars in flying airplanes or jets or whatever. Now they're like actually flying the cars. Like they're doing all types of shit. Like just like ridiculous.
And the car is just fucking flying.
Yeah.
Just hovering in the air.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell, bro? Yeah, it's so insane. I don't even get it. They're just like, okay, how can we take this further and further and further?
Yeah. But it's gonna make the money.
He's making that money.
Yeah, it's gonna make the money. It's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah, they're gonna make sure if someone says something wrong, they have to go apologize in Mandarin.
Why?
You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
John Cena, who's obviously in the franchise, he mentioned Taiwan individually.
Oh.
So because of how that politics go, China is like, no, that's China.
Oh, okay.
Taiwan doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That's China.
Yeah.
So then he had to apologize in Mandarin.
That's funny.
Because I guess he speaks Mandarin, surprisingly.
Talented.
It's a hard language to learn.
Yeah.
But apparently, yeah, he had to apologize in Mandarin. So there's a video of him apologizing Mandarin if you want to find it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Are you interested in that Dungeons and Dragons movie? I'm not.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
My weakness is sci-fi, superhero.
But that's not sci-fi or superhero.
Fantasy.
Okay. It's fantasy.
That's
I mean, do you even know what Dungeons and Dragons is?
It's the game.
It's like a, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever played it?
Nah. Come on now. What the fuck?
I mean, you are a prototypical nerd here.
No, I'm not.
You're the nerd. I'm the weeb.
I'm not a prototypical nerd.
You've admitted this before.
Not prototypical. You think I'm a nerd prototype?
Yes.
No, I think I have nerd tendencies.
You're the prototype of nerds.
I think I have nerd tendencies.
You're the progenitor of nerds.
I have nerd tendencies for sure.
Tendencies?
Yes, but I'm not like a prototype.
Yeah, I have psychopathic tendencies. Oh, I'm not a psychopath.
I like nerd things. I'm a nerd. I'm not a prototypical.
I only have serial killer tendencies. I'm not a serial killer though.
I'm not a prototypical nerd though. I'm
Yes.
not a prototypical nerd. I'm not a. Whenever you picture nerd, I'm not the first thing that comes to mind.
I mean, you're a computer programmer. You've watched every superhero film. It's most of your YouTube algorithm is probably that.
Also played sports most of my life.
Okay, and
also
nerds can't play sports.
Not the prototypical nerd. No,
modern day they are.
No, negative, sir.
I know Myles Garrett's kind of a nerd, and he's probably the most terrifying defensive lineman ever.
Yeah, and I won't say he's a prototypical nerd. No, I would not say a prototypical nerd.
Some of the things you talked about. And there's also who's the football player that's full on weeb?
No idea.
He's always wearing like a Naruto headband. You know what I'm talking about. I don't even remember what team he plays for.
I'm picturing his face.
That's my dog.
That's
I don't know him, but
yeah, he's cool. I forgot the name, but man, what's his name? He's a good player too. But yeah.
But yeah, you're a nerd. Just accept it.
I accept I'm a nerd.
You're a nerd. You're gonna go watch Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I'm accept I'm a nerd. And what I take offense is the prototypical nerd, sir.
You're the modern day prototypical nerd.
It's the adjectives. I'm not
the adjective.
Whatever it is. I'm not a prototypical nerd.
You're the modern day prototypical nerd.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that.
Because nerd is mainstream now. It used to be niche, now it's mainstream.
I made it mainstream?
Yeah. You brought it to the mainstream.
But Dungeons and Dragons, that's my weakness, man. Fantasy, superhero, sci-fi. I mean, if it looks
but you
interesting,
can't watch isekai anime, okay.
Anime is not my weakness.
But there's fantasy ones that are called isekai.
And I watched anime. I've seen anime. I enjoy it. I gotta be in the mood to watch animation.
Oh god, here we go again.
Yeah. Come on now, we know this.
God.
But yeah, if it looks interesting and if it's sci-fi, if it's fantasy, superhero, I'm gonna watch it. And if it looks remotely interesting, I'm gonna watch it. So yeah, I'm gonna watch that. And
I'm not.
It looked decent. Like
I'm not watching it.
It's cool. I don't know if I asked you that, but
I don't care.
Thanks for the info.
Don't make me gaslight you. Don't make me gaslight you.
My fault. Don't gaslight me.
I will gaslight you.
Don't gaslight me.
Yeah, I'm not watching it though. I don't really have an interest.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of interest in anything live action
or just existence. Period.
Yeah, so I understand.
You're gonna watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
Yes. You know that movie, We're the Millers?
We Are the Millers. I think so. Is that the one with Jennifer Aniston and some other dude? And they're like in a
Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, one of the generic white guys. And they're
he's not generic.
They're all most of the white actors.
Jason Sudeikis, he's great.
Well, no, what I'm saying is he just looks like
he looks generic. Okay.
He looks like whenever you're playing a video game, it's like one of the generic heads that pops up for white people.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he does look generic, yeah. But he's great. I love him as an actor. He's great.
I didn't ask if you loved him. I just
yeah, I think he's.
I mean, tell him how you really feel.
I don't think he's a generic actor. That's what I'm saying. But
I'm just talking
generic
about
looks.
I'm talking about looks.
Yeah, looks for sure. But
I've seen that movie. The one where they go like to Mexico and they're like smuggling weed or something back.
Say if that movie came out today, I feel like people would not like it. But I said that because the son,
the one who got like stung by some bees in his balls or whatever.
Yeah. He's playing superhero in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, I don't know if he's superhero, probably like an anti-hero. He's called Adam.
The gold one?
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah.
Adam Warlock?
Adam Warlock, yeah. And he got buff. Like,
I'm just picturing the version of him getting his balls stung.
Yeah, it's totally different now. We got
weird.
Look it up because he got buff.
Oh, that Spider-Verse movie's come out this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good movie.
I'm there. But go ahead.
Yeah, he got buff. I just need to know what that routine is because I'm trying to get like that.
Why is Pete Davidson in the new Transformers movie?
No idea. No idea.
How do you feel about Pete Davidson?
It's cool. Yeah, I don't have any strong feelings about him.
We agree then. I just thought that was weird. I'm just like, why is Pete Davidson in it? But I guess they've had a bunch of random actors in in Transformers movies. Like, why the hell is Mark Wahlberg like in a few of them?
I like that. I like this though. I like those.
Really?
Yeah, I like those. I liked almost all the Transformers.
I stopped watching after the second one.
Yeah, all the Transformers are is decent. Like you know what you're getting. Just action.
Yeah, Michael Bay.
Yeah.
You're getting Bayheim or Bayheim, whatever they call. What's the phrase?
No idea.
Bayhem? Yeah, Bayhem.
Bayhem. Oh, because of Mayhem.
Yeah. And then why the hell is there Indiana Jones 5?
Yeah, no one asked for this. And it's funny because it's it's old as
Harrison Ford. Yeah.
What is going on? Why didn't they introduce a new actor?
Maybe that's the point of the film, is like he's passing the whip on to someone else.
Have you seen the trailer?
No.
It looked like it's just Indiana 5 with Harrison
so it's kind of like Bad Boys at this point, where it's like fucking Martin Lawrence is
exactly
struggling.
Yeah. And they announced new Bad Boys.
Oh God.
Hopefully they in this one they introduce some.
Why can't we just let franchises die?
I'm not mad.
Or why do we have to turn everything into a franchise? I know the answer. It's because money. But why can we not just let something be an individual film and make 50 sequels of it?
I'm not mad at
that.
And
make it a cinematic universe.
Yeah, you're right. There needs to be more of that, like more of just single films. But I'm not mad at the franchises. The only issue is get new actors, like get new stories, but keep that the same franchise. Just get new like ideas. You're doing the same actors and stuff.
Why aren't they making a Gran Turismo movie?
Really? That seems interesting.
But why? I don't know.
It's like a remake because isn't that an old movie?
No, Gran Turismo is like a video game. It's a racing simulator.
Oh.
It's like a PlayStation racing simulator.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
I don't know. I mean, is it? But at that point, it's like, just make a racing movie. Why do you have to use the branding of a video game? You know what I'm saying?
Well, they probably are taking like elements from the video game. They're probably just making the
elements of the video game are literally just, there's no elements of the game other than you just drive a car.
So there's nothing like unique about the game. It's just you're driving a car.
Not really.
It's like
it just looks great.
It's like making
a realistic like you know how if you play Fast and Furious, it's not really realistic when it comes to the performance of the car and all that. It's a racing simulator, so it's like more realistic, especially if you have the full on like wheel and the shifters and you have like the whole setup for basically a simulator.
Maybe the game got that name from something else. Maybe that's like it
looks like the logo for the game. Let's see. Yeah, based on the story of an impossible dream. What the hell? The fuck does that mean? I don't know. Is it not based on the game? I don't know, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe Gran Turismo, whatever, just means something else. Maybe the game just called it that.
I don't know. I've given up on most things in general.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've given up on trying to understand things. And then DC-wise, there's Blue Beetle. I don't know if I'll watch that. Even though I do like the character.
I might give it a watch if it goes on HBO Max.
Yeah, you don't know if anything's actually going to go on HBO Max.
Yeah.
And of course, there's another Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I don't think I'm watching that.
Me neither.
Even though they are pretty decent, enjoyable.
Oh wait, Indiana Jones isn't even being directed by Spielberg.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably didn't want no parts of it.
Who knows at this point? And then past that, there's another Expendables movie.
Okay.
Bro, it's just like, can we let things just be? It's like, y'all don't need a fourth one. You already have 3. And then Dune Part 2 is this year. Basically, I don't care about most of these.
I feel like it's too early to like, because I'm sure there's other movies that are going to come out that are pretty good.
Oh, there was one trailer I saw like the other day, but I cannot remember what the movie is called. Oh, I know it's with Adam Driver. They end up crashing on some planet, but it's, I guess, like back in time and there's dinosaurs.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Dude, that looks good.
Yeah.
But it could also be horrible.
Yeah, it could also be generic and basic.
That's the problem with those sci-fi films.
Yeah.
It's like, in theory, the idea could be cool, but the execution is just generic as hell.
Yeah.
But that's also, a lot of times with sci-fi, it's like the idea starting off is good, but then just the production process, it just gets neutered all the way through until it ends up being something really bland.
Yeah. Or the concept is good, but then the story, like writing and all that, is just...
That too.
It's just not it.
What is it called, though?
Just search like Adam Driver movies 2023.
Well, I don't know if it's this year, but I'm pretty sure it is because the trailer came out like some months ago.
Yeah.
Feel like 65 or something?
I think
yes, it is 65. Yeah. Found it. Comes out on March 10th. I might go watch that one in the theaters.
Yeah, that would be pretty decent.
It's like finally a dinosaur movie that's not Jurassic Park.
Yeah. But it is low-key similar.
Yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing. How can you make a story about dinosaurs without it feeling similar?
Having dinosaurs, I don't know, be mechanic or some shit. like be
Transformers?
Or what do you call it when a human has like robot body
cyborg
parts? Yeah, like a cyborg robot.
Cyborg T-Rex?
Cyborg T-Rex.
Got extendable arms?
Yeah, or some shit. Like it got a cannon come out his arm or some shit. I don't know.
It has a harpoon. His arms are harpoons.
Yeah.
So if you run away from it, just
or you're fighting with the dinosaurs against aliens or some shit. I'll be I don't know.
Sounds like Power Rangers, just mecha dinosaurs. Yeah. That was a weird era of Power Rangers.
I love that. That was my thing when I was a kid. Power Rangers. Like other people have Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon. I was just Power Rangers for sure.
Shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon.
Yeah, I used to have Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I still play Pokemon. Fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You can fight me.
No, I'm joking. I respect it.
Yeah, you better respect it. But no, I watched that, and I watched Power Rangers too.
Yeah, I love Power Rangers.
Why?
I'm telling you,
I'm trying to figure out what makes you like something. It's so weird.
For Power Rangers, I liked that it was like
live action anime.
I like that it was different. Like if there's a team, I love team like hero movies.
Okay,
and I like that it was a team, and I like that they had different like special sets and power sets and colors, and they're different. And I like they can combine into the big meta, whatever you call it. Megazord. Like
MECHA. Mecha.
Yeah, Mechazord, yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're saying mega.
Mecha.
That sounds better.
And I like that their movie remake they made in like 2015 or something like that.
I think you told me about that.
Yeah, it was pretty decent.
Yeah,
it wasn't too bad. But yeah. And I like the colors. They had different colors and they can different. I like that.
You just like their posing.
And that old classic movie.
Which old
one? The one where you had the green goo or purple goo. I forgot.
So Nickelodeon?
No, it was just called Power Rangers something. I don't know. It was like in the late 90s or early 2000s.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. But I love that.
If I saw it, I might know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's one of the things when you talk about old things is it's like I feel like I know what you're talking about, but unless I see it, sometimes it's hard to know.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's something else, man. Memory turns to shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else is coming out this year. Oh yeah, there's Aquaman. Ooh,
yeah, I'm not seeing that.
I'm not either. Is there any other media you're looking forward to? Any books, video games?
Video games. I don't really play video games like that.
What's the last game you played? Was it Cyberpunk?
Call of Duty.
Okay, outside of Call of Duty.
Cyberpunk. I played that.
Was it as jank as everyone says?
I didn't have a lot of issues. It was only really jank if you didn't have a powerful PC or you played it on the old Xboxes or PlayStations. I mean, there were some bugs, but it wasn't nothing crazy for me. What else have I played? I don't know. I love Apex. Apex Legends. It's my game. But yeah, other than that, I don't really play a lot. 2K. I played a lot of Madden too, like recently.
Yeah, because you became a bandwagon football fan.
A couple years ago, yeah.
More recently than anything.
Nah, it's just we're hanging out more.
Okay.
During football season, I guess.
Yeah, whatever. How'd you feel about Oscars? You already know what I'm gonna say.
You don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the nominations. There are a couple of snubs that I did not fuck with.
Okay.
Like The Woman King.
Okay, what should it replace?
It should have been nominated for Movie of the Year.
But what should it replace?
I gotta see.
Because that's one thing I do hate when people go, "Oh, this should have been in there." Okay, but then tell me what should not be there in the place.
Let me look it up.
I think that's what Jalen Rose always says. Is like, don't tell me what's a snub unless you tell me who shouldn't be there.
Yeah. Viola Davis should have been nominated for Actress of the Year. I think it's with the
well, I think now they break it down into like, oh no, they're still separating actor and actress, I think.
Yeah.
I thought they were getting rid of that.
There are a couple nominations that I've seen that she should definitely replace 1000%.
Okay, who?
I gotta look it up because I don't know the names off the top of my head.
Put a name on that bullet.
I gotta look it up.
Okay, but which one do you want to do first? I have them up.
Actress of the Year.
Actress in a leading role.
Yeah.
Is nominees is Kate Blanchett for Tar. I don't know.
Okay.
Ana de Armas for Blonde.
Yes, 100% should replace that.
Okay.
Keep going.
Andrea Riseborough to Leslie. That's the movie. To Leslie is the movie.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that.
Michelle Williams in The Fablemans. And then Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, she should have 100% replaced Ana de Armas. Blonde, she did all right in Blonde. Like, her acting was cool, but the movie, no.
Well, it's not about the movie. It's the performance.
Yeah, but it's so much you can do with the performance. The movie is not that good, and she didn't elevate the movie at all.
She didn't like carry it.
No.
Okay.
And
because there's great performances in horrible movies where the actor literally is just carrying the whole movie.
Yeah, and that it usually elevates the movie. Like, people usually.
Oh yeah, it goes from F to D.
Yeah, but she should 100% replace her. I haven't seen the other movies. I haven't seen Tar or To Leslie. Michelle Yeoh should definitely be on there, so I'm not mad at that.
Did you watch Fablemans?
I haven't watched Fablemans either.
Okay, me neither. I didn't watch a single one of those movies.
Yeah.
Surprise.
But yeah, and also Nope should have been nominated for cinematography.
Okay, so let's go to cinematography real quick.
I think there's Banshees.
That movie is everywhere on this thing. I have not seen it.
Bro, that movie should not have been everywhere.
What do you mean?
It's not that great. It's not that great.
What's wrong with it?
So the acting is cool. There's nothing that just pops up.
What's it even about?
It's about I guess a community, and I don't know if it's in the old times, but they are like in an island somewhere. But none of that matters. What matters is what's happening. So I guess it starts off with the main character and supporting actor. He stopped talking to the main character. They really don't explain it a whole lot of why he stopped talking, but it was just a conflict. Like, so the main character, you find out like for example, if I just stop talking to you, like we just stop being friends, and I don't tell you why.
I mean, I'm the one who usually hit you up, so it already sounds about right. Sounds like we're going that direction. Then I text you and then wait like 3 days for a response. I mean, we're not far from it. And then we'll need to record. And you're like, oh man, sick. Sorry.
No, but this was different. Like, imagine if I just stopped talking.
Like a whole month since we recorded last. Yeah, behind the scenes, guys.
Imagine if I just stopped talking to you, but we live like you live 2 minutes. You can walk 2 minutes to my house or my place.
I mean, you're not that far from here.
and we see each other all the time. And you ask me,
and you're late every single time. And I'll be here at noon. Get here at 1:30. It's like, oh, I'll be there about 1 now. Sorry, I'm running late. Oh nope, sorry, I'm here at 1:30.
But anyways, let me finish.
I'm just saying, we're on track. We're like a year from it already.
No, we're not. Imagine you see each other all the time and you ask me why, and I don't tell you why. I just say, I just don't want to talk. I don't like you no more.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like we're still on track.
Yeah. So that happens in the movie, and then shit just happens. He tries to burn down his house. It's really not that exciting of a movie. It's very film schoolish.
Okay, that's why it's there.
But it's not that great.
But that's why it's there.
Yeah, I'm sure they did a lot of.
You got to think who votes on these movies are people that have make movies for a long ass time. So some of those people on the board probably haven't made a movie in 30 years.
Yeah, I would say the writing
came up through film school.
Yeah, I would say the writing is good. I would say the acting is good. Story is very it's not that exciting. But if you're interested in stories that aren't that exciting with good writing and good acting, then I think you will enjoy it. It's interesting and it's different for sure. And it's very film schoolish. So I can see why it's nominated for some things. It should be, but it is everywhere, and I don't agree with it being everywhere. I think there's definitely some other movies that should take its place. Have you seen the nominations for cinematography? I think it was
I'm looking right now.
Is it nominated for cinematography?
Cinematography nominations are All Quiet on the Western Front.
Okay, that should be on there.
Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths.
I've never seen that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Elvis.
That should not be there.
You sure?
For cinematography?
Well, part of cinematography, I think, is also like the recreation of.
Okay, it was decent, actually. Maybe it should be there. Maybe.
Yeah, because part of that I think they consider as like the entire building of the sets.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible.
Empire of Light. That's Roger Deakins, so it's going to be there. Yeah. And then Tar again.
Okay. I would say Nope should replace Elvis.
I can't really comment because I don't know. I've seen Nope, but I haven't seen the other one.
Yeah, I think Nope should be nominated for cinematography. That movie looked great.
It did look great.
It looked great.
It did look great. So, yeah. All right, going to the actual films that were nominated. Let's see. Hold on, let me find it. Good Lord, where are you? Okay, so Best Picture. There's a lot of nominees. Holy crap.
Yeah, they do like 8 or 10 right now. Huh?
Yeah, so Best Picture. First nominee is All Quiet on the Western Front. Avatar 2. The Banshees of whatever.
Inisherin, that's what I was describing.
Elvis. Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Fablemans. Tar. Top Gun. Triangle of Sadness. Women Talking.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that list. I haven't seen all of them. Elvis, I think Woman King should replace Elvis for that. Elvis was cool, but Woman King was just way better to me.
Well, the thing is, those biopics are always on that list.
Yeah, and he did a good job. Like, they did a good job with that.
Anytime there's a biopic and the lead actor who's playing someone historic, and they do a good job, those always do great. Always, for whatever reason.
Yeah, but I also think the Woman King, there was a lot of politics that kind of.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, like people didn't like how it was portrayed. They said it was not accurate because it's supposed to be based off like an actual thing that happened, and it wasn't accurate.
But that's most films.
Yeah, but
the only things I saw was people didn't like how, I guess it was glorifying, I guess, the tribe that was involved with the slave trade.
Yeah, that's what the inaccuracy kind of was. Like the tribe wasn't how it was portrayed. Like,
gotcha.
Well, that's what they're saying. I haven't done a lot of research, but that's what one of the issues were.
Okay,
but I think it was a great movie. Besides that, but I'm not mad at that list. I hope everything everywhere all at once
just sweeps,
not sweeps, but I hope it wins that one. I think Michelle Yeoh will win for actress.
I hope she does.
Yeah, I think she will, because there's really not a lot of competition in that.
Yeah, I guess. I haven't seen pretty much any of these movies, so
yeah, it's funny that this comes out. It airs today, and we're gonna release this podcast probably.
Well, today's Grammys.
Oh, Grammys, yeah.
Oscars
Grammys,
is
Oscars.
March.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Better hurry up and get some.
Yeah, start releasing. We can release next week. I mean, first one be done.
Have you done clips?
No.
Here's some BTS for you guys. It should be that only do short. I mean, clips. Shorts would be a little bit different, but clips you should be able to in and out on certain points and export it.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of editing, though, I think I need to get a new CPU.
Why?
Because so more BTS for you guys. Fourth wall, baby. The 4x3 mode that we're shooting in for the GH5s.
Yeah.
It's H265.
Okay.
And I think the CPU I have is just too old to really deal with it.
What CPU you got?
9900K. I think
what generation?
9000.
Ninth generation.
Yeah, 9000 series.
Is it?
I think they started
i7?
Actually doing i9.
Okay, ninth generation.
Yeah. So I think they really started trying to focus on H265 in the 10th and 11th generation.
I think I got the 10th generation.
Yeah, I think you did. So I need to upgrade to something else. Because 264 just fine. It's just
what happens when you try to?
it just chugs.
Really?
Yeah, it chugs. 265. Like I basically have to turn off the video and then just cut with the audio.
Dang.
That's what I've been having to do.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. That's what I've been doing, is just cutting out the dead space, and then I'll look at the video later. Because I really haven't figured out the whole proxy workflow with Resolve, but also I don't want to deal with proxies.
Are you having trouble?
Just extra steps.
Are you having trouble with playback?
Yeah.
If you there's options for that.
Yeah, I've turned that down to a quarter, half, or quarter.
But
and still chug a little bit.
But you got also render cache, and it helps with they have smart render, cache render, where it kind of renders the clips beforehand.
Yeah, kind of what Final Cut does.
Yeah, that's what I have to do, because if I just go in there,
it renders on the RAM, doesn't it?
Don't know about that. I think you can change the settings for that.
But I got plenty of RAM. I got 64 gigs.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if it renders RAM actually.
Dude, also I've been tempted to go Mac.
Why?
Just because it just looks good. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Because I was having to help someone figure out an issue they were having trying to get their MacBook to display. So then I just hook up to my monitor here, because this only can do one monitor. And I was like, it was on the shitty monitor too, the TN panel one I have. And I was like, damn, this looks good as hell.
Yeah.
It's just so aesthetic.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason why.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I got a MacBook.
I mean, we have the same one.
Yeah. That's why
we have the M1.
Yeah, that's why I got a MacBook, because I like the aesthetics too.
Dude, it's so aesthetic.
But you can find way better deals with.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so that's why.
Well, granted, the newer Mac stuff is powerful as hell.
Yeah, but it's still.
It depends what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and you can't. It's hard to customize a lot of things, and you gotta.
Yeah, that's the thing, is if you like customization, then you gotta go Windows.
Yeah, and that's what I like, but I don't need it for my laptop, so that's why I got a Mac. But PC, I definitely need customization. I need the ability to kind of do whatever I need to do. Mac, you got to go around a lot of loopholes.
Well, here's the thing: if you're just doing video editing, Photoshop, Illustrator, those type of things, I think,
yeah, that's fine.
Mac is fucking great for it. But if you're doing anything that requires a lot of 3D rendering, that type of stuff, the newer Mac chips have gotten pretty good at it. But nothing beats a high-end GPU.
Yeah,
like an NVIDIA or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you still using an AMD one?
Yes.
Which one are you using?
6600 RTX.
You mean 6600 XT?
Yeah. XT.
That's their.
Maybe. I don't know. I got to double check. So yeah, I think it's 6600.
I need to get one with a more VRAM.
Yeah.
'Cause 8, not enough for Fusion, really.
Yeah.
That's what I've discovered. Using the Fusion tab and Resolve.
Oh, yeah, I don't use that.
Well, if you're doing if you're doing any type of animation or moving around or a lot of certain effects, you have to use Fusion.
Yeah, I use
I love doing the camera lock, where you lock it on your a spot.
Yeah.
Then it moves the whole thing with it. I like doing that, but you have to use Resolve, the camera tracker.
Yeah, I use After Effects for all that.
I don't like After Effects.
Yeah, it's easier on the computer, and it's.
Well, also it's
yeah,
it's because it's more. It's optimized for 2D flow versus 3D, which that's what Fusion's built for.
Yeah, but it's still a lot of tools and stuff you can use 3D wise with it. You can do camera tracking and all that.
Yeah, it's just not quite as good camera tracking as say Fusion or Nuke. But those are also because they're built for a different pipeline. They're built for doing visual effects.
After Effects is too.
Well, I know it is, but the type of effects I'm talking about. If you go a Hollywood movie where they're doing a blockbuster film, they're using Nuke most likely, or they're using Fusion.
Yeah.
Just because it has better other features, obviously too, but the tracker's a little bit better.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, that's the Oscars for you. Basically, I know nothing and have no opinion on it.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen one movie from any of those.
Did I? Let's see.
Have you seen Everything All at Once?
Still haven't.
Oh man, you can watch it on.
I know
something.
I'm pretty sure I own it.
Yeah, you haven't seen any of those movies that we.
Yeah, I've not seen Elvis. I haven't seen that Banshees, whatever. Banshee just sounds like a slur. That's one of those words.
It's a mythical creature.
What is
Banshee?
What is it?
It's like they can sense death and they scream when there's death or something like that. Like a banshee, like they scream loud and sing or whatever. Yeah, it's called Banshees of Inisherin because one of the characters, he makes music, and the song he did with his whatever, I think it's like a violin or something.
No, it still feels like
he
a
named
slur.
it Banshees of Inisherin.
The Whale. I haven't seen it.
I've heard
it's good, but
yeah.
I haven't watched it. After Sun, nope. Living, nope. Causeway, nope. Fablemans, nope. Everything All at Once, nope. Tar, nope. Blonde, nope. Leslie, nope.
Yeah, you haven't seen
Black Panther, nope. Let's see. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, nope. Marcel the Shell with the shoes on, nope. Puss in Boots, nope.
I heard that was good.
I heard it's great. The Sea Beast, nope. Turning Red, nope. All Quiet on the Western Front, nope. Bardo, False Chronicle, Handful of Truth, nope. Elvis, nope. Empire of Light, nope. Tar, nope. Babylon, nope.
Yeah,
Miss Harris Goes to Paris, nope.
I just say you haven't seen any of these.
Triangle of Sadness, nope. All That Breathes, nope. All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, nope. Fire of Love, nope. The House of Made Splinters, nope. Naval Knee, nope. The Elephant Whisperers, nope. Haul Out, nope. Does the Measure of the Ear, nope. Martha Mitchell Effect, nope. Stranger at the Game, nope.
So no, none.
I'm not done. Okay, obviously I've not watched the international films because I haven't watched the American ones. So yeah, in summary, I haven't watched a single film on here.
Yeah.
Unless Nope is on here for anything.
No, it's not.
It's not even there for like
nope.
Effects, production design, nothing?
Nothing. It's Nope.
The hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were meaning just for like cinematography and best picture.
Yeah, it should have been nominated for something.
Let's see.
Actually, let me double check that.
I'm not seeing it on here at all.
Yeah, I don't think it is though.
Yeah, it's not there at all. Haven't Top Gun? Nope. Avatar? Nope. Oh, the Batman. I've seen the Batman.
Okay.
Woo!
Wait, the Batman wasn't nominated for cinematography?
Sound.
Yeah, it should have been nominated for cinematography, I think.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
It looked amazing.
Yeah, they missed a lot.
Well, they're too busy giving it to Elvis.
Yeah, they need.
Because Elvis is just going to take something.
Yeah.
Batman's there for visual effects.
It should win that. Oh, that's a cool against Avatar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Avatar's gonna win.
Avatar's gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically in summary, I have only seen the Batman. That's the only thing that's on here that I have seen. I can't believe they snubbed Bullet Train.
And Bullet Train should not have been nominated for nothing.
Hater.
No offense.
Hater.
I know. It's funny that you knew that I was gonna say that because you looked right at me when you said that.
Because I know how you feel.
That should have been.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
What do you think? Give it a review.
I think I already gave it a review, but
I don't remember if it's on one of the ones that's being published.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it was like on our first set of ones that have been deleted.
Yeah, it was cool. It was funnier than I thought it would be. I wouldn't watch it again, but it was cool. It was entertaining.
I watched it twice in theaters.
Yeah, it was entertaining. The story I didn't really care too much about. I did like the action.
The story doesn't care about you either.
I did like the action, and I thought it was pretty funny. I'll give it like a C+.
Give it a B minus.
I might give it a B minus maybe.
Okay,
C+,
I'll take that. As long as you give it a B minus, we're good.
Yeah.
If you give it a C plus, we got
actually
beef.
no. I'm giving it a C+.
Okay, we got beef. We're gonna turn into that Banshee movie. You're like, why haven't we recorded in a long time? It's like, oh, because you don't hit me up ever. It's always me.
That's not true.
Every time it's always me going like, hey, you free to record? When do you want to record?
That's not. It might be true. No, it's true. It might be true.
Yeah, don't gaslight me this time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not the gaslighter. You're the gaslighter.
That's my job.
Yeah.
Not yours. It's my job. Speaking of gaslighting. Ooh, you ready for transition?
Yeah.
You ready?
I wonder where this is going to go.
Ooh. Have you seen the whole Nepo baby controversy thing people are talking about on the internet?
Nepo baby?
Like nepotism?
No.
You haven't seen it?
I'm not on the same internet as you. You're on the other stuff.
But I don't know. I think I've seen it everywhere. Or I haven't seen it everywhere, but I've only seen it. I've saw it on my, like on Twitter, there's the stuff you're following in the For Me tab.
Yeah.
I saw it on the For Me thing where I saw like some people talking about it. But basically, I think it's like a thing from TikTok.
Maybe
where people started like going down the history of a lot of people that are younger within the film industry currently, and how basically all of them are connected to someone whose parents were either famous actors or whatever, or their parents are on the business side of things. So basically, like a lot of the younger people in Hollywood are kind of there because their family was there.
Makes sense.
I mean, it does, but
is that an issue?
I think to an extent it is, because here's the thing: is it's like if the people making stories all come from the same backgrounds, you kind of only get a limited type of storytelling, if that makes sense. And also, you'll have people who don't have certain experiences trying to make stories, but then also try to pander to other people's experiences that they didn't have. If that makes sense.
Yeah. But at the same time, that is kind of the culture of Hollywood. It's kind of like who you know. So makes sense of why that's a thing. I guess I can see it being an issue though, because like what you said, makes sense. Why is that would be an issue?
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things where I think the issue comes down to is you just get less voices.
Yeah. Need more diversity for sure.
Because there's a lot of people, again, that are getting opportunities. Their experiences are being the child of a star or the child of an executive. So it's like, if you're trying to make a different type of story, well, then you're just basing it off what you've seen other people try to do. So you don't really get like authentic storytelling, I guess the way to put it.
Yeah. I wonder how much of that is like actual.
Oh, they list a long list of people.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's like a whole article. I think Today did it. Yeah, it's really fucking long.
Interesting.
But I mean, granted, that's always been a thing, though.
Yeah, always been. That's.
But I do feel like, to an extent, it might be more common now, because I watched a whole YouTube video kind of talking about it. Have you ever watched Wisecrack?
No.
They kind of do a lot of like philosophy type breakdowns of things, and they think part of the reason you see it so much nowadays is it's kind of like a nostalgic factor of like, oh, this person is the kid of this person I know who's famous. So it's kind of like a comfort thing of like, oh, they look just like their father, who I'm a big fan of.
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, granted, the video did a way better job describing than I'm doing right now.
No, it makes sense what you said. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like a psychological thing.
Yeah.
And of course, it's going to happen to an extent where it's like, if the executive of a company is your godfather or your godmother, or they're like close acquaintances or friend, like family friends, of course they're going to give you an opportunity.
Yeah, of course. Like, no question. Especially if you want to do it and like you're utilizing your connections. I mean,
sometimes it works. Like I like John David Washington, whatever his name is, Denzel's son.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of times it works. A lot of times it's really no issue. Because I can't name a time where it happens and it's like an issue.
I mean, Chet Hanks.
That's the issue.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out one. I'm just throwing out one that's a Nepo baby that gets attention that people might not look at positively.
I guess I don't really know what he did.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess he's just well known because he's the son of Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And he just does fuck shit on the internet for attention, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because he might not get that attention if he wasn't Tom Hanks' son.
I know there's a lot of people that aren't Tom Hanks' son that does fuck up shit. They get attention.
I know, but he gets a lot of attention.
Yeah. He's actually pretty funny. Some stuff I seen from him is actually kind of funny. Like that.
No, so you support cultural appropriation.
Like the have you seen that Atlanta
No, I still haven't even started season 2.
That episode was funny. Chad Hanks, and he was acting like he's Jamaican. No, it was pretty funny because he did that in real life, and so they just implemented that in the show.
Yeah,
and it was just funny. He had the whole accent and everything. But yeah, I don't recall a time where that was a whole issue, and like we need to put a stop to it.
I mean, I don't have the numbers, but I feel like it might be more common nowadays. But
I can see it being more common. I can also see it the reason why people will be upset because.
Well, also here's another thing. It's like you're hiring somebody who looks almost like someone whose face was successful.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, this film is more likely to be successful because this person looks exactly like X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. Even the name. This is like there's an actress from Stranger Things. I need to know her name, but her mom is literally
or what's Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz, yeah. It's
like she looks almost exactly like her mom.
Yeah,
and then also last name Kravitz.
Exactly,
fucking Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah. I mean, it works. People are wanting to see it, and because it's Denzel Washington's son. Let me see what he's like. Or yeah.
Well, I just love the Nepo babies. They got called out and their reactions to thing. Like I'm seeing one where they're like, Nepo babies y'all should be worried about are the ones working in legal firms.
Low key.
Nah, not really.
Then what? Then why worry about it in film then?
Well, because the thing about legal films is most legal firms, it's a family business type thing.
Yeah.
It's a family, like it's a small business most of the time.
What's the issue with it being in film? Film is kind of like that.
Because they're not really taking opportunities away from the legal thing.
I'm sure there's people that want to be lawyers that need hired. I guess I don't know. That
and it's red herring. It's not quite equivalent here.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
Because you could argue that hey, you also don't have the talent for what you're doing. Being an actor, like you're mostly there because you look like your parent and you perform okay.
Like the same thing about lawyers. You're there because it's a family business. You're probably not that good of a lawyer. You probably get a lot of people in jail because you're not that good.
Well, you're assuming they do fucking criminal law.
Or criminal law. Any type of law. I guess you're not that good. You're just there because your parents.
One I'll agree is working in politics, that's for sure.
Politics, yeah. Yeah, politics as well. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of industries where you're taking away jobs and stuff.
My thought process is like, hey, if you are benefiting from it, be honest. Don't be like, oh, y'all shouldn't worry about me.
Well, they're probably being honest.
And just be honest and be like, yeah, I benefit from it.
Yeah, but I
guess
that's
more what I'm saying is like a large part of your success, even if you have talent, is you got through the door because of a family member.
Yeah.
Just be honest with that.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite sports talk people is Mike Golick Jr. And he's obviously got a lot of opportunities because his dad is Mike Golick.
But at the same time, how do you expect people?
But he's talented, but he also goes like, hey, I got a lot of opportunities just because of my dad.
Okay.
He's like,
yeah, but how do you expect people to say that when they think that they're talented? Like they probably think that I got it, probably got the interview.
Because there's plenty of people that might have been super talented that never really got that type of opportunity.
Yeah.
They never got the chance to do a role that make people see them in a light as like a leading actor.
But how many times do we see that though?
What?
Like the acting is terrible, but they are.
Well, here's also the thing: is like
daughter of somebody.
Well, also one thing you got to consider with acting is a lot of times you can hide it, like with editing. So if someone doesn't give that great a performance, you can still hide it.
I guess, yeah.
So as long as they do a passable job, then you're just whatever, and as long as the movie makes enough money,
yeah. I guess.
Like they're never going to carry a film type thing. Like they're not going to Leonardo DiCaprio the shit up.
Yeah.
They're just going to do just enough to get by.
Yeah, I guess.
And then you might end up also, just because you do just good enough with something else, you might get other type of things like, oh, you got through by acting, but now you're able to direct TV.
Yeah. Sure.
And then, hey, you might have talent, but you got the opportunity to direct because you were able to do some acting roles because of who your parent is.
Yeah. But at the same time, they're probably like, you don't have to worry about me. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just being me.
Well, my point is just like if someone says like, hey, you got in this place because of nepotism, at least say, hey, yes, but I've also worked, but yes, that's part of how I got here. I mean, You got to consider it. It's like you got to be honest when you get luck too. And if you're super successful in the field, part of that is just luck too.
Yeah.
It's like you did the work, but also you got the opportunities and you did take advantage of them, but you got the opportunities.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people that might have the talent that would have been successful if they had the opportunities.
Yeah. But I can see them being annoyed. Like, why are y'all pointing this out and making it seem like I only did this because I'm a nepotism, whatever you call it.
They're gaslighting. I can recognize gaslighting when I see it. That's just the gaslighting type argument.
Like you said, you made a good point. A lot of success is luck, and you're at the right place, right time, and opportunities, and you took advantage of it. And I'm a nepotism baby. I took advantage of my opportunities and luck. Same thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Just be fully honest. Don't just cut out that part and just go with, oh, you shouldn't be worried about me being successful because of that. You should pay attention to all the other things. When you could just go, hey, I benefit from it. I've taken advantage of it, and I've been successful.
Yeah.
Also, this is not just in our field. It's these other films too that do this, fields too that do this.
But at the same time, you're hating. Whoever posted a nepotism thing, you're hating. That's hate.
Haters gonna hate.
That's hate.
I just feel like people should be honest with themselves. Like, I'm a very mid podcaster.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm a great podcaster. I have a lot of work. I can't pronounce words. I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not that great. I could be honest with that shit.
This is honest hour? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm amazing, so I don't know what you're saying. What are you talking about? I'm the best podcaster.
Did you take some fucking meth today? Illusions of grandeur over here?
That's gaslighting.
Okay, and? I already admit that I gaslight.
You're right. You're true. Honest. You're very honest with yourself. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I gaslight. I'm a hater.
Okay, what else?
And I'm perfect everywhere else.
No, but that is funny, I guess. I don't know. It's a random ass thing to bring up nepotism babies. That is kind of random. I've never seen that though on my social media.
I think it became a thing on TikTok or whatever.
Oh, okay. Oh, you be on TikTok. That's what it is.
No. I don't even have it on my phone.
Interesting.
I don't even have an account.
Interesting.
I just see it on Twitter because you know how things like go on Twitter ended up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now it's everything on TikTok ends up on Twitter.
Yeah. That is true. I wish I was a nepotism baby.
Me too. Give me those opportunities.
No, dead ass.
Instead of trying to make something out of nothing.
You know how tough this is?
Yeah, it's like, fuck.
I'm struggling.
It's like we're having to make a podcast, make up some YouTube bullshit just to get some audience, and then start trying to release different things. There's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Instead, I could have just been fucking. My uncle is the fucking executive at Disney.
Yeah. Oh,
and
man.
I could at least get on set for some type of job and work my way up that way.
But honestly, though, if my dad was a big like actor or executive, I probably would not give a fuck about any of this. I probably would just be living life. That's my dream.
Chet.
That's my dream.
He'd be Chet Hanks.
No, I was vibing. Yeah, I'll be vibing. I don't know if I'll be Chet Hanks.
Just vibing, pretending to be a different culture.
Yeah, I'll be vibing for sure. I'd definitely be a different culture. What culture would I be? I would be for sure Spanish, 1000%.
Oh God.
What else? I don't know.
Like Spain Spanish?
Spain Spanish, Mexico Spanish, Central America Spanish.
Well, that's different cultures completely. I wouldn't tie those together.
Yeah,
because Latin American has a
Latin
different vibe than Spanish.
Yeah, for sure.
Spain Spanish,
definitely. But yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He be trying to pretend to be Dominican.
Low key, I get. Never mind. People think sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I've got asked that before.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I won't argue.
Yeah. Middle Eastern. What other?
What, you think women shouldn't have rights?
Asian for sure.
Okay.
Asian. Don't ask me which country in Asia.
Because they're all the same to you.
European, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if white people accept it.
No, I'm just playing. But I would definitely be living life though. I'll be in Greece somewhere. I don't know, writing a book. I'll just be chilling. Being not from nothing, it motivated me to actually get something, which is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Speaking of nepotism babies, Alec Baldwin killed somebody.
I don't know how that correlated.
Because I think his whole family is like all entertainment.
Yeah. Like the Wayne family, Wayne brothers. Is that nepotism?
In a way, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Keenan showed up and then everyone followed.
Yeah. Yeah, Alec Baldwin, he's getting charged for, what is he getting charged for?
Manslaughter.
Manslaughter, yeah. Makes sense, I guess.
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated.
So based on the initial facts that I saw, I didn't think he should be charged for anything because realistically it falls onto the armorer of the set that the bullet got in the gun. So first of all, what the thing I keep seeing people being confused on is what prop guns actually are, because people just think like, oh, they're on set, so it's a prop gun. Well, it's like prop guns are literally just airsoft guns, first of all. And that's more of a recent thing. And you, of course, you'll see people that complain like, oh, why is this woman who is 85 pounds double wielding 2 fucking Desert Eagles at the same time shooting and there's like no recoil? That's not realistic at all. Well, that's because that's prop guns. So with what some directors will do or producers who are going for very realistic gunfights in their films, they will use real guns. And that's how it used to be done for a long time, is they use real guns, but they use blanks. However, blanks are also dangerous.
Yeah, it sounds like a whole dangerous thing.
Well, because blanks, you don't have literally it's still a bull. I don't know how exactly how it works because I'm not a gun expert.
They just shoot blanks, so it's not a real bullet.
Well, there's a shell, but I don't think there's a tip on it maybe. And there's also not enough powder in it for it to matter. But what can happen is the shell can break and fly out and kill someone.
Yeah, there's still a possibility of.
So when you're shooting blanks, a lot of times they'll have like these ballistic screens, and that's what they were doing. So, so for example, like Bruce Lee's son got killed that way with the blanks. Mm-hmm. Something came out, a piece of it came out of the barrel, and he got struck by it and got killed by it.
Yep.
So on this set specifically, there was a lot of shit going on. This also was around the time when IATSE, which is the union for film crews, or it's more than just film crews, but film crews fall within it. They were about to go on strike regarding the streaming services on how much work they have to do. And what happened from there apparently is the set was very toxic, especially from the producers, that everyone just left and went on strike. And the only people that were left there were non-union people, the director of photography, and then whatever actors were there. And so that left, of course, Alec Baldwin, the director, and the DP, who was the one who was unfortunately killed. Going into apparently what happened from there was with the scene, they wanted to have the Alec Baldwin point the gun at the camera. And of course, they used ballistic screens because they were using blanks. But of course, there was a live round in the gun, which then ended up striking and killing the director of photography. So a lot of people get confused. They're like, why is there a live bullet in the gun? Well, apparently what was happening is between shoots, a lot of crew would take the weapons that they had on set, because again, these are real weapons, and they would go shoot them off like on the side of the set. They would just like shoot at cams or whatever, shooting live rounds. The armorer's job is to also then go through all the guns to make sure there's no live rounds in the guns. So whenever Alec Baldwin was handed the gun, he assumes that he's getting one that doesn't have a live round in it because that's someone's job. And of course, he was told to shoot at the camera. He shot at the camera and killed someone.
Yep.
Specifically from there, another thing apparently that was going on was the armorer wasn't really even being paid to be the armorer. She was only paid for 4 days as the armorer, and then was working as the assistant prop person. And then she was also being chewed out from the producers for focusing too much on being the armorer, ironically. And so yeah, she also was charged. It was Alec Baldwin who got charged. So realistically, from a legal perspective, from criminal law, she should be charged for negligence, even though I don't think it's fully her fault. I think more of it falls back on the producers.
Isn't Alec Baldwin producer?
He is he's a producer on the film, but there's like 5 production companies on this film.
Okay.
One of them, I can't remember the production companies, but there's rumors around one of the production companies that they're very known for being very cheap, but at the same time, they get a lot of money from people that are trying to basically clean money, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Laundering. This is alleged, of course. And apparently that production company was the ones who were handling majority of production. And apparently they were the ones that causing the issue, but this is all allegedly, of course.
Yeah.
And so
it's very hard to prove.
Yeah, it's hard to prove, but because also there was like no one on set at this point. Yeah. And going back to Alec Baldwin being charged, the prosecutors said that he should not have pointed a gun at someone unless he's intending to kill someone, because that's the first rule of gun safety, which I don't think is quite fair because he was told to, and he assumed that there was no live round in it because that's someone's job. The issue I think that might get him convicted, though, is apparently he was told to go through a gun safety class and he refused before the shot. So that might be something that can get him.
There you go.
But past that, I think it's more on the armorer, because that's, of course, that's her job.
Yeah.
And the main thing still goes back to the people that were actually producing the film. But I don't know if they could be considered on the criminal side being liable.
Yeah.
But civilly, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And the other issue apparently going around, like on the civil side of things, is they're trying to figure out who's financially responsible for the film. Because again, there's 5 companies. They're all like, no, we're not responsible.
Yeah.
So that's a whole mess right now. But basically, it's a whole clusterfuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it does suck. But I don't know. I feel like someone had to get charged, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like because I think Alec Baldwin's kind of being treated as a fall man. Because all the producers, anyone who's a producer on the film is basically like, oh no, we weren't on set. We had nothing to do with this.
Yeah. And like he has some of the blame. Like,
well, my thought still is like, if your job is an actor, it's really not your job to know the difference between a gun that has a live round in it and a blank, because that's the armorer's job.
But if you you think they taught it in the gun safety class?
I don't think they would really teach you that, though.
Have you held a gun before?
I have, but I've never shot blanks.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a difference of weight between the two.
But again, these are actors. Actors aren't really known for being gun experts.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's
why I'm saying the only thing that they might be able to get him to be considered guilty in front of a jury is because he refused to do a gun safety class.
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, you're handling a actual gun. Like, you would want to have some type of knowledge with that in general.
Well, here's the thing. I'm sure he's been on sets that have used real guns with blanks before.
Yeah.
So he probably is just like, okay, this is what happens when I do this.
Yeah.
Pull a trigger, it makes a loud noise, it kicks back really hard, and then that's it.
Yeah. Man, it's just an unfortunate event.
Oh, it's a horrible situation. But I think he's kind of being treated as a fall guy. I mean, but at the same time, he should have taken that class.
Yeah, he should have.
And also, they should have the production team behind that should have done a better job of making sure the armor could actually do her job, actually was being paid for doing the job, not having to do multiple duties at once, and treating the staff with respect.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's I think the biggest thing that happened was because the whole crew left, basically then all the responsibility was left on whoever was still there.
Yep.
So in my eyes, the people that should be punished are the main producers behind the film.
And I think Alec Baldwin was the main producer, right?
He was just a co-producer.
Oh, okay.
But I think that was more of just, he was putting his name to it, so he's getting production credit.
Yeah.
So that's what happens, those indie films like that. If you're a big name actor, you're getting all types of credits and stuff just because you're involved.
Yeah.
Just because you're going to be an actor in it.
Yeah.
So, speaking of unfortunate things, this podcast is ending.
That's fortunate.
Yeah, or fortunate, depending on your perspective. Like and subscribe everywhere, whether it be iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, or wherever else, whatever. Fuck it. I don't know. Peace out.